What up, everybody? Yeah, I know there's some people tired of seeing my videos in my face. This thing about accountability and facts. If people wouldn't do certain things, other people wouldn't technically be able to do anything with videos about it because if they did, they'd be lying because it wouldn't be a fact. See, when people make it a fact, uh, they did it. Just because you speak of it doesn't mean you're the bad person. And a lot of you, oh, well, how is that honoring your kids? Uh, I promised to get them justice. So did their mother. That was our last promise to them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that should be honored. But not according to some people on the internet, like feminists and all the abortionists and all these crazy motherfuckers that think they have a right to speak. Well, they do have the right to speak. Not and hold weight. No, they don't. Not when they're speaking about things that are so fucking delusional, it's not even. It's not even fucking funny, whatever you want to use. It's not right. All it is manipulation. All I can tell you is if this was 10 years ago that this happened, sorry, 15 years ago that all this type of scenario took place, she would have been in jail. Sarah Ellis, I don't see why you're snooping your fucking nose around and running your mouth to Tiff and sending people over there. You're a little fucking late, and you were the ones that started that shit. Uh huh. You all gave her a fucking way to fuck with things. Yeah, I know you bitches don't care. Fucking try and run around, act like you're geniuses and shit when none of you have kids. None of you know how to fucking raise kids. And you're put out by the government to take kids, especially from poor people that you believe can't fight back. Let me tell you something. We were all supposed to live poorly. See, but that's the part of that delusional world that we accepted. It's going to keep making you feel like you're not a person because you're not going along with their bullshit. Just like this world, there's certain things that if people don't do them, oh, you're not considered normal, or there's something wrong with you. Even though what all the other ones are doing, you can see, and so can they, that it ain't right and shouldn't be done, but they still do it. Yeah, they're selfish. They don't care about that. They care about what they want. Well, it comes down to pretty much the same heart and mindset of Cain and Abel. See, Cain picked what he didn't want and gave that as an offering to the Lord. Upset the Lord because he didn't work hard at it. He didn't put love and, caring into his gift. Abel did. And mind you, this is all done by what they do on their own, what they feel inside their body to do. That's why Abel's gift was accepted and Cain's wasn't. It also tells you that when it's an evil person, they will give you the scraps of stuff just to keep you, thinking that you're important. They won't give you things that are from their heart. Nowadays, people pretend to give you something that is, heartfelt and a bond, but But that's why manipulation has increased majorly and is even harder now because they have seen the good people doing this and they have seen that they can use it, so they use it. Like my nephew, he was upset the fact that he had cheated on his girlfriend and broke up and all that. He was trying to get her back, and I told him, I said, if you do, you're gonna play hell, and she has every right to make you play hell. And he asked for my advice, and what I gave him was not for an F boy just to woo a girl over. It was for a person that you love that you wanted to be with. It wasn't for playing little games like that. Well, he decided to use it to play little games like that. It blew up in his face. Then he gets mad at me. And I'm like, yo, I told you, don't fucking do that if you're not sincere on the person you're with. Don't be using that to play games and just get what you want. And he did exactly what I told him not to do. And it's everybody else's fault. Motherfucker, it ain't my fault when you were given specific instructions and you deliberately went against it. That's you. Oh, he does. He tries anything and everything he can, just like my ex is. It's like a female. If they don't, you know, if they don't like you because other people see that they're lying, they get mad at you because their lie is not being accepted. And then they get mad at everybody else because their lie is not being accepted. It's not the truth for everybody that gets mad. It's not the truth. That is another manipulation tactic that makes somebody that is pissed off because they're telling the truth look like they're lying. But how do you know? Oh, you can tell. Just like now, I'm trying to save up for a van. And because I'm not throwing out all kinds of money, people are getting mad, like my nephew and my stepdad. Um, I'm investing in myself. This is what I did before. You all got mad until you seen the money rolling in, and then you're, ooh, hand out. Yeah, this is why I told you no. Yep, because of the way I look, they treat me like what they see. And apparently, what I look like is somebody that is not capable of doing the things I do, even though they've watched me do them. Yeah, my stepdad, he was, and I'm not good with people looking over my shoulder, but anyway, this man has watched me replace wheel hubs, tires, uh, drive axles, fucking rebuild the top end to a engine right here in the fucking driveway. And when it came down to this little white car before they got the SUV, getting brakes on it, he was pissed because he thought he had to send it to a shop to get brakes done or wait for this dude, McMahon. His name's Brian. He's a battle buddy with my brother. Also, a dude that they pushed my fiance to go fuck with behind my back because of the manipulation she was doing, even though they seen what the fuck she was doing right here at the house. I don't know. They've always done that. My mom's got it in her head that the men grow up to be like the father and the girls grow up to be like the mother, with it, which is fucking ass backwards. My sister is an alcoholic and a drug addict, like her father. I am not. I barely ever drink. Even when I do, it's maybe a beer, and it's very, very seldom. And people laugh at that. They act like that's not possible. Yes, it is. I'm not going to get into that because I would have to walk around with a GoPro, and then everybody's going to think that I'm just playing to the camera. See, it's there's no way to prove anything to anybody because they all just make up their own little world and they believe that. And because they do that, they think other people do. Not everybody. A lot of people live in reality. That's why they're called realists. And that's why most of them are brutally honest and most people don't like them. But pay attention because the reason why most people don't like them or being around them is because they're doing bad shit. That's why they don't like them because they know they're going to be told about themselves and what they're doing. Sorry if it seems a little blurry. I was trying a different setting. There's like fine, low, medium, high, and this is a new phone. So I hit the high one, and damn thing looks all fuzzy. But whatever. And I don't have to do anything really. I mean, technically, I didn't even want to be doing any of this. I don't want to be breathing. But apparently, oh, that's mentally unstable. No, it's not. Some people are just fed up with the world the way it is, and they're just tired of living in it. It doesn't mean they're gonna physically take their life like that. It just means they're fucking tired. 40 fucking years of busting my ass and everybody else getting the credit for it. Yeah. 40 years of your brain working on fucking nitrous and you having to wrangle it every day just to be productive and then have people fuck with that. Yeah, that's exhausting. More exhausting than just a regular day. Does anybody care about that? No. Ones with ADHD and know what I'm talking about, they do. And now fucking having anxiety and all this other shit is being made fun of and it's like what the fuck? Do you realize where that shit comes from? It normally comes from somebody not wanting to have to hurt somebody over stupid shit. So yeah, when they start getting put in positions with other people, they start getting nervous because they know how other people have done shit. And even though they have it in the back of their mind that, this isn't the same person, it's still possible for the same thing to take place. Trust me, I did it with 4 different women. They're not the same girl. There's no way they're going to do the same thing. Pretty much did the same thing. A little bit different details, but pretty much the same thing. And every time, what'd you do? I went to work. Yeah, right. It's what I did. That's what I mean. You can't even be straight with people. They always think that there's more to it. There is more to it. Not from my end. Is it possible that these girls just use that as an excuse to try and get away with what they chose to do? Yeah. Me and Yvonne were talking at the end of her driveway. I was very fucking upset. She knew it. And she's, well, why does it bother you so much? Why the fuck doesn't it bother you? We're together almost 2 years. I'm working on fucking getting us an apartment and a car so we can move out and have our own shit. And this is what you do? What the fuck are you talking about? You ran off with Dustin to Gales. You did all this other shit while I'm at work. You know, I'm getting my license. I'm fucking, getting everything in order like I said I was doing. And this is what she chooses to do. with her free time. Oh, I'm going to get a job at Krieger's. What does she do? Starts fucking with one of the dudes at Krieger's. And I knew it. I even said it to her. Oh, no, we're just friends. I'm like, yeah. Me, it might just be me being jealous, but I don't think so. And she's like, oh, it's fine. Never went to her work, never questioned it after that, just kept working. And no, it wasn't a big old. Now, mind you, I was working at Wendy's. A girl answered the phone when Yvonne called, sat the phone down, never told me my girlfriend was on the phone. She can hear all the conversations going on in the background. She can hear all the orders. She can hear everything that went on up until she either hung up, because when I picked up the phone after the girl finally said, oh, your girlfriend's on the phone, I said, what? And I look over and the phone's sitting there off the hook. So I picked it up. Nobody was answering. So I called her back. And boy, did I get an earful. Now, mind you, I didn't do any of this. One, you're not supposed to be calling me at work. Two, I didn't know you were on the phone. Nobody told me until you were already off the phone. Mind you, the place closes at 1, okay? Normally we don't get out of there until about 1:15, 1:30, if we can close, right at 1 with no problems. Sometimes we could start pre-close just before, but a lot of times you do that, you end up getting a rush just before the door closes and fucks it all up. So we got ready to deck the tile, the ceramic tile that was out there, because at that time they had carpet in the center and like a tile, like fucking path that went around it, and then tile up by the registers and tile in the back, and you had to scrub all that and then squeegee it off and then shop vac it. You know, some people would just do the shop vac, which that pissed me off because it didn't give you the same results. So I did it that night and I did it right, which takes a little longer, but it does it right. And I got home a little after 2, which is only about 10-15 minutes away from the house. So I was dead on, and I got smacked in my face and attacked. Yep. Didn't hit her. I just grabbed her hands and put her on the bed, and I said, don't fucking hit me. I didn't even get a chance to explain nothing. I just got hit. Then her mom come through the door, and she heard the smack and thought that I had hit her daughter. But when she comes in, I'm the only one with a red mark on my face. And Yvonne tried to tell her, oh, he didn't hit me. And she keeps, trying to belly bump me and fucking, get rough with me. And I grabbed her and I said, bitch, let me tell you something. I didn't hit your daughter. You keep fucking hitting me, I'm going to hit you. What? What? You beat on went, bitch, you just assaulted me 3 fucking times and I told you the whole time I did not do that. She told you I did not do that. Well, what was the smack for? Hello? I already fucking told you that. Well, why'd she hit you? Because she thought I was up to no good coming home this late. That's why. Well, were you? Oh my God. No. My sister works with me. Ask her. Oh, trust me, if I did something, she gonna tell you. Like I haven't told on her when she was doing shit bad against one of her boyfriends. Yes, I have. She damn sure tell you. Problem is, you don't know if she's gonna lie and be an ignorant bitch, because that's my sister. Oh, I got a chance to fuck him up. Yeah. Thank God she didn't do that. But yeah, that's my sister. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is why I don't send people to ask them things, because you never know when they're gonna bullshit and just try to piss that person off and start bullshit. Then it's, oh my gosh, then I gotta send them to another person and this, and it's bullshit. Dude, leave me the fuck alone. You motherfuckers don't bother me with nothing until I start doing a video. Then it's fucking notification after notification. Leave me alone. You should be good at it. You leave me alone all fucking day until I'm doing something. Yeah, if I'm playing on one of my games or, in the middle of trying to do business or something, notifications out the ass. But if I'm not doing anything on my phone, nothing. I can sit my phone down for a whole fucking day and never touch it, never get one notification until I touch my phone. Then all of a sudden, ding, 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 ding. It's almost like they're trying to make you annoyed. I hate that. Me being ADHD, man, that pulls all my. It gives me a squirrel to distract me. Fucking ridiculous. But yeah, my stepdad, my nephew, my ex girlfriend, my cousin Chris. Imagine that. The one that was caught in my house fucking with my fiance more than once. And that's not the first girlfriend he's went behind my back and messed with. I don't know what it is about this family, but they can't seem to find their own girls. Yeah, it's fucking insane. It is fucking insane. I think Chris wrecked his bike. Yeah, I think that's why he's in. You know what? I might be wrong. He wrecked a car going down to Route 40. Went right through the windshield because imagine that. Wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Broke both of his fucking legs. Shortly after what happened with the kids. I mean, literally, or shortly before. I know it was shortly after. I mean, literally, like a couple days after. Yeah, most of the shit people are doing is because they have been manipulated by somebody else. They don't even know the truth. They're trusting whatever that person told them. But that's fine. All that's going to do is get your ass whooped by me. Yeah, I don't care what you carry. I don't care who you are. You come up against me over these kids and you're going to go away. See what I mean? And it's supposed to be on, you know, not disturb, or it's supposed to be on do not disturb. So it's not even supposed to be doing that. So something in my phone's being like, fuck you, we're not listening every time I get on a camera. Or one of the other things that I mentioned. And also to the people who run their mouth about how would my kids feel about this, how will my kids feel about that, they would be fucking ecstatic that their dad has not given up. And I tell you one thing, if one of them would have survived, Kirsten or Talon, or even Tony, there would be a totally different story going down. And they know it. The cops lied again about the entrapment thing. They weren't entrapped. No, they weren't. firewall wasn't even disrupted. Right. Okay. Talon was laying on the floor, which shows that he was attacked. How to get on the floor? Right. He was behind the driver. So when that contact took place, he would have either went up through the middle and got hit by Nolan, or he would have hit the back of the seat. How do you end up stretched out on the floor? Because somebody was fighting with him. Not only that, the tire iron from the jack was in the vehicle. Now it's missing. How do you know it was? Because there's a compartment in the back that holds them both. Everything was intact except for the tire iron. Mary has never used it. She's always had somebody else around the way do work like that. At first, I thought the one dude from the trailer park that she got to do her brakes was the reason why the tire, for what they were saying about the tire. Then I find out no tire ever came off that vehicle. There was no tire in the road. And this isn't from a written out statement. This is from seeing what was on the video that caught the whole thing perfectly. It was nighttime. Headlights. Anyway, headlights and streetlights. Yes, you can see everything. Like I said. What's the matter, cops? You don't know how to look at shadows inside the vehicle before? Yeah, the reason why it's black when they first cross the fucking line and you can see light coming through the back of the glass is because there's a fight in the back seat. You can see it. You can even see David climbing over the fucking seat. Yeah, you can see all that. It's a shadow. Yep. They're just too stupid. Yeah, they're going to get sued and they know it. This is their excuse for the tire. And I watched their news briefing. He said that a neighbor had told them that they had removed a tire. A neighbor. Didn't mention who the neighbor was, right? Okay, I find out who the neighbor is. They're best friends with Tiffany and their family, and they buy drugs off of her stepbrother. The guy that hit them is also a client of her stepbrother. Well, I can't say he hit them, they hit him. He tried to move. But it's just funny how they know all the people that are involved. Like I said, I was arguing with the cop on the phone, and it was on my mother's phone, on speaker. She was right there. And he's yelling at me about this report. It was one of the reports that she tried to use to get me in trouble for whatever the hell was going on with David. And I still think she put him up to that. But anyway, um, it even says at the bottom that it was found not true. And he didn't read that part. Also, nobody's paying attention to these three people that he went to question are all a part of what happened. The only reason why they think Tiff isn't is because she was at her house. Doesn't mean she wasn't a part of it. Accident happened at 9:34. approximately, so around 9:30. She called me at 9:15. I have the phone call. I showed up to her house at 9:20 or 9:25. So we were technically 10 minutes before it happened. 5 to 10 minutes before it happened. So that means it must have taken place as soon as we were pulling out of her development. And we could have interrupted it if we would have hurried the way I was going to go. But no, she did. She threw a fucking fit in my vehicle and made me go the other way to the house. That way, it man, I really wish I had it on video. The facial expressions, what she was doing, and it just felt like, you know, at the time, I just thought she was upset and not thinking clearly. So I just wanted to do what she wanted so she would calm the frick down so I can focus on what I need to do. So I did it. I figured we could do it real quick, get it done, and then shoot the way I wanted to. Um, but she added more shit that wasted time. And that's when I started getting suspicious. Like, really suspicious. I was suspicious a little bit when she first started doing what she was doing to get me to go the other way. But then, when we get to the house and she sees that there's no lights and no car, she still wants me to pull in. Why? There is literally no lights on. There's not even a porch light on. There's no vehicle. And you want to pull in there? You know goddamn well they're not there. We need to go. What does she do? Gets out the vehicle, goes in the house for a good 25, 30 minutes. Killing time. Making sure that people get there before we do. That way I can't get anywhere near the scene. And that's exactly what happened. It was already taped off. When I seen that tape, I looked directly at her and I said, "This is not good. Start calling police and hospitals now." What does she do? Calls her aunt. What the fuck are you calling your aunt for? Call the fucking police department. I got on the phone and tried to get my nephew to get a hold of our cousin, which is the fire chief in Rising Sun. And he's arguing with me. "Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I haven't heard anything." Did I fucking ask you? I said, get a hold of him. All right, all right. Nothing. Mind you, come to find out, that little motherfucker was a part of it too. Yeah, he was playing interference. Yes, he was. That's what I mean. Just like with the Charlie Kirk and all that, that's why they have so many people involved so they can send it all different ways. And then investigators get pissed off and lazy and, oh, well, this will work. Or we can't find nothing and they give up. That's what they did. Fucking insane. So she deliberately diverts a detective that she didn't want to talk to. What are you so worried about if you have nothing to do with it? Tells me that she doesn't want to go to the courthouse for the stuff with the kids because I know how she hates cops. Right in a text message. But she's over there sleeping with cops just before this incident took place. And she slept with two of them, Smith and the fuck is the other one's name? The one I shook his hand at Conowingo, which I didn't know it. I just walked in. I had Nolan on my shoulders. David was graduating 5th grade, and he was the only sheriff there. And he was just standing there. Nobody was, really talking to him or giving him any type of attention. So I walked up and shook his hand and said, "Thanks for your service, man," and stood next to him. And all of a sudden, he walks out and leaves. Never seen him again. Come to find out, There was another sheriff she was fucking with. Yeah, had him right there at my fucking our kid's graduation. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, so she was planning this then. I just don't think she knew how she was gonna, slowly make it happen. She did. And guess what she said when she was walking and I offered to give her the Ford Explorer. No, that's okay. I don't want a Ford. I said, you need a Ford because you keep tearing shit up. You don't want to tear up a good car. You need to learn how to drive before you get a Chevy or something like that. Whatever. And this was me giving her a ride home from work. And she's telling me that, somebody will give her a free vehicle. She'll just keep walking. What? You got your house for free. You get your food for free. You get all your cars for free. Where is all your fucking money going? Because you're making money hand over fist. You're selling fucking drugs. You're selling pills. You're fucking. Nobody's doing anything to you. You keep getting promotions at a job all because you've sat here and flirted with your area manager. Yeah, that's what she was doing. She was using you, dude. I even told you to your face. She doesn't like you. She's just using you. Well, why would I listen to her? Whatever. It'll be your wallet that she hurts. Then at the funeral, this dude is behind my van or my vehicle while we're all, talking before we go in. And he's telling her all this money that he's getting corporate to give her. And she's like, oh, that's great. Not even caring. And you can tell he's trying to flirt. You can tell. You can just see it. And he looks at me and he's like, yeah, it ain't my money. It's corporate. So I'm like, well, aren't you just the nicest fuck boy ever? And he looked at me like, what? I said, yeah, that's simp and fuck boy activity. I said, really? You're trying to woo her over like that? Dude, she's going to use you and spit you the fuck out. What? You heard me. Well, I figured since she was going through a hard time, it might mean something to you. It's not going to mean dick to her. Do you understand that? Your bank account is not big enough. She already used me as a stepping stone. What do you think her next stepping stone is going to be? Somebody with a bigger bank account. Well, that's not what they do. That's exactly what they do. Exactly what they do. And they manipulate people into believing that they were the best and everybody else is the worst. I mean, I don't see how this is not fucking glowing in neon to everybody. This is exactly what women do. Some do it on a more severe scale, some do it on a less severe scale. But 80% of them do this shit. And a lot of the times, it is the children and the man that are affected. We see it all over social media. We've seen it on the news. She did not want to have to take care of all those kids, but she wanted the money. She lied so she could get housing. She lied so she could get sympathy and money. Is it really that hard to understand? Now, if she's going to lie and do all that, see what I mean? Yeah, any other time, it doesn't do this. I can be scrolling through my phone, doing whatever, and it'll pop up, but it won't make the sound and it won't mess with anything. But now, ding, ding, even though it's set not to do that. Well, why does it do that? Because the people that control your damn phone do that. And they do it when they want to fuck with you. Oh, yeah, they'll mess with your videos. They'll make them take hours to upload and then act like, oh, it's destroying your battery. No, it's because that motherfucker did something. Well, how do they do? It's connected to the fucking Wi-Fi. If it's connected to Wi-Fi, black hats and white hats are able to play with it. There's people that can be watching you and you don't even know because they're not making anything happen. They're just watching you. That's what happens to your TVs. That's what happens to your phones. It listens and watches you. That's why it knows when supposedly they say it's for advertisement purposes only. Bullshit. It came in with the fucking Patriot Act and the extensions of the Patriot Act in 2011. That was the extensions. Patriot Act, I'm pretty sure, was 2001. Yeah, that's another reason why they did 9/11. Bringing in even more spying before they fully flooded everything with smartphones. Isn't that such a coincidence? Right. Make sure they have the law that says they're allowed to do this before they put out the devices that they can do it with. Then you all found out that you could pop the batteries out and shut them off. Did they fix that? Yes. They started putting backup batteries in, the little watch batteries. Yeah. Then people found out that they could fuck with that and that that would keep them powered and people could still, fuck with their device even if they took the battery out. Yes, they would keep the tracking shit and all that still working. So people found a way to mess with that. What did they do? They started coming out with ones that you could not take the battery out unless you take the phone apart. Like completely take it apart. Not just take a back off. So, and nobody understood that either. Oh, well, that's cool. We'll pay more for that. Dumbass. But yeah, that was what was on my mind, so I figured I'd share it. Rest in peace, babies. Daddy's working every day. Love you and miss you. Tony, miss you too, bro. This is bullshit, man.